hard to call it home. It's got a holodeck, it's got a school for the children to get educated. I wish I could spend some time on the bridge, but it's kinda restricted. And I'm not a captain or even a lieutenant or anything like that. Just a regular civilian passenger, but still, the Enterprise, such an enterprising vessel. Now we are entering Federation space. We've returned triumphant. Oh, what a relief. We had a little run-in with the Romulans, and though we enjoyed drinking their ale, they weren't very nice and tried to trick us. But we got out of that scrape, and now we are entering the Federation space. We got caught up in an entity that at first we thought was not alive. But through the wiles of Captain Picard, we caused him to unveil his disguise, and now we're coming home. Yes, we're coming home to Federation space. Oh, okay, never mind. There was a fragile peace with the Cardassian people. Captain Maxwell almost destroyed it. He was a vengeful state. Couldn't believe all of the atrocities he'd seen during the war. That was no excuse. That was no excuse. We've got to keep up. We've got to keep up with the Cardassians. We've got to keep up. We've got to keep up When are you free? Commander? Commander? Riker? William T. like him too much, but when he kidnapped you, you decided he was alright. What's up with that?